Everybody, it's me, Sissy, back today. I'm going to do a little low-carb cooking for you, part of my meal prep for the week. I'm going to show you how to cook pork chops 3 different ways. I'm not using actual pork chops, I'm using pork steaks, but this will work equally fine for pork chops. It will work for chicken also. So let me adjust the camera so you can see what we're doing and we'll get started. Rather big pork steaks, and I have cut them into 4 sections, and one I have gone ahead and sliced up into just little strips. I'm going to show you just little strips like that. So we're going to cook those first, and we're going to make stir fry with these. We're going to do fried pork chops, and then we're going to do a spicy barbecue pork chop. So let's move our meat out of the way. Okay, for our first recipe, we're going to make stir-fried pork chops. And I've just got a little bit of oil in my pan. You can use coconut oil or olive oil, your oil of choice. I've got that, and it's getting pretty hot. And then I'm just going to add some, these are frozen sliced bell peppers and onions I actually get at the Dollar Tree. They're a great bargain. So we're just going to add those to our pan. Now I have my pork, and I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper to season my meat here. Okay. Let that sit for a second. Then we're going to give our peppers and onion a little stir. I changed to my stove. That little burner, I didn't feel like it was getting hot enough, so. And if you add taco seasoning to this, to your meat, or a little salsa, you can make this Mexican. We're going to add a little bit of soy or teriyaki, and we're going to make it kind of Chinese stir fry. Okay, so we've cooked this about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a little water in my teriyaki sauce. This is just sugar-free teriyaki sauce I found at Walmart. And we're just going to cook it a little bit and let that marinade cook down just a little bit so it thickens up. So there is our finished stir-fried teriyaki pork. So let's go on to our next recipe. This next recipe, we're going to make spicy barbecued pork, and I'm going to make my own little spicy barbecue sauce. And I like to use this, I can't pronounce it, but it's ground fresh chili paste. I've got like 3 tablespoons of that in this little dish, and I put a couple of drops of my Sucre Drops sweetener in there just to sweeten it up a little bit, and then I'm going to add some Dijon mustard. Okay, then we're going to give that a little stir. I like spicy, so this is a little spicy. You can get a barbecue sauce that suits you, or some kind of pepper relish that suits you. This ground fresh chili paste, it has no carbs. It is just ground chilies and ginger, and not ginger, vinegar. So, and then I'm going to give this a little taste to see if it's alright. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more mustard. Okay, so we got our pan on the heat. We got it really, really hot, and I've got just a tiny little bit of oil in there. So we got it hot, so we're just going to take our meat, and our sauce is so spicy that we're not going to add any salt or pepper to this meat. We're just going to put it in this hot, hot pan. That's the sound you want to hear. Okay, and just be patient. Sit there a good couple of minutes. You want to get a nice, good sear on it. Okay, when you can't stand it anymore, we're going to take it and flip it over. Alright, when you've been patient for your 3 minutes, we're going to take it, flip it back over. We're going to turn our eye down just a little bit. We're going to add our sauce. And a little bit of water. And put a lid on it. Okay, this is our barbecued pork chop made with the chili paste. I just let it simmer till the sauce reduced down with the lid on it. Okay, now we're going to go to my favorite way to cook pork chops. So we're going to take our pork chop. I'm going to give it a little seasoning, not a lot of salt, because we are going to use pork rinds crushed as our breading. So we're just going to put a little salt and pepper on each side. Okay, and then we have a beaten egg. And then we're going to take our pork chop and just dip it in the egg. Bless you, puppy. My puppy's got the sneezies. And make sure we get it in that egg. Now, we're just going to take this and put it on a different plate. And you could dip this in your pork rinds, and this is just ground up pork rinds I put in the food processor. There are some pork rinds already ground up you can get on Amazon, but I just grind my own. And I'm just going to sprinkle some on here. And then it's going to give it a little pat. Flip it over and do the other side. Okay, and while I'm doing this, I have my pan on the eye with a little bit of grease in the pan. I'm not going to deep fry them, but just enough to saute them and get a good crunchy crust on these pork chops. Put it in our pan. Okay, so here we have our pork chop 3 ways. We have it stir fried with a little bit of teriyaki, barbecued with some chili paste, and fried with a pork rind coating. Okay, so that is my pork chops 3 different ways. The key to low carb or keto is always to have things prepared that are low carb that you can grab quickly and eat, so you don't reach for Kentucky Fried Chicken or something pre-packaged. The stir fry I can make ahead and I put in little food prep containers and I can have it later in the week. The same with the barbecue pork chop. The fried pork chops, I like to make those fresh so they're still nice and crispy. But anyway, y'all, all of these I find delicious, and when I'm eating this, maybe I can stick to this low carb and lose some weight. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Remember, if Sissy can do it, you can do it too. Get out there and try, y'all. Bye-bye.